Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Demi 1970 Gaming. What I have in front of you is Bankshot basketball. I have the Kansas City Kings, I believe. No, is that the name? Yep. And Phoenix Suns. And I got the last 2 minutes of game one. And I'm using the iScore basketball app, which is right here. Okay. So we got a real close game here. We got Kansas City Kings, 114, Phoenix Suns, 112. I did a pretty good job in the third quarter. I put all the subs in. Got my dice here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the last 2 minutes, record that, do a little explanation about the game, and we'll see how it works out. All right, so Truck Robinson got the last rebound, and I'm going to flip the card. Truck passes it to Don Busey. The defender is Phil Ford. Here's the roll. It's a 1-3. That's a 13. And that's an assist. So, Phoenix scores. Who scored the basket? F2. So, Walter Davis gets the basket. I got to put it in the iScore. And Buse gets the assist. So, we got to tie a game. Got to move the clock a little bit on the iPad here. So, we got F2. There's no B1s. So, F2. Okay. And defense is F2. That's Walter Davis. So, Wedman has the shot. Let's see what he's going to do here. It is a 47. 47. That's how you read it. Blue and white. 47 for Wedman. Oops, sorry. Is an assist. So we got to check to see who gets the basket. B2 or G1. There is no B2. So G1 is Phil Ford gets the basket. Got to stop the clock there. That's the problem here with the clock. So you just got to keep pressing your iPad every once in a while. I don't worry too much about the time. G1. Phil Ford gets it. He gets 2 points. The assist goes to Wedman. All right, so Kansas City Kings are leading 116-114 with approximately 1 minute and 20 seconds left. So here we go. We got an F1 plus question mark. Okay, F1. Top left, F1 plus question mark. So I'll show you what that means. So I got to put the little green disc here, F1. First defender is Reggie King. Gonna roll. I got an 89 and a 10 on the dice. So 89. I go to the green. 89 is, a turnover. Offensive foul, 6. No. So it's a turnover. I go to King's turnover on defense. It's a 4-7. That's not a steal. So I got to make sure I do this right, guys. It's a close game. 89. It was a turnover. So Truck Robinson has a turnover. Right? So now it's a turnover. So I'm not flipping another card. So what that does is going to ask me for the fast break card. And let's see what it shows here. If play result is a defensive foul, defense team coach receives technical. If no foul, home team scores 2-point basket on, holy cow, on next 3 possessions. Wow. All right, so I'm going to keep this card out. Okay, and Robinson turned it over. Okay, I got these cards. I made these cards up like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when I play a whole quarter. I don't play in 6-minute segments. Okay, so I got to remember this. So what I have done is I do 1, 2, 3, and I just cross that out. So I know this expires eventually. I still have to flip a card for this. So Kansas City has the ball. And it's going to go to center and defender. So that's going to be Sam Lacey going against I play 3 quarters. It's my 3rd quarter playing today, so it's pretty good. I got this game done. First defender. Yesterday, I only played 1 quarter. Okay. That's what I like about this iScore. You can actually save everything. Take a look at the, let me stand up here so I can see what I'm showing. You can do subs. And that's how I'm moving everything around. The only thing that's that I'm doing is I have to tap the clock to move it right here. Boom, boom, boom. And that moves it. You can adjust the score. The only thing I couldn't do was the period, so I had to change something. Sometimes you mess up, but it works out very well for keeping stats. And it keeps cumulative stats as well, and you upload it to the website. All right, so what I have, Sam Lacey versus Defender, right? All right, let's get a roll here. We got a 1 and a 1, 6 and 1. Let me see how that looks. So since it's in red, I got to go to the red section of defense for Adams. He's a good rebounder. 11. Basket. Assist 6 to 22. So there is an assist, there's a basket. So Lacey gets a basket. I got to flip over, see who gets the assist. Assisted by High 2. All right, so who has my... Now it says High 2. I've been looking at the high number of the assist section. So you could look at the ratings of the players as well, but no big deal. High 2 would be Phil Ford gets the assist. Sam Lacey makes the point. Phil Ford gets the assist. Okay. So let me move that clock down a little bit. So I got to remember this, right? Home team, 2-point basket on next 3 possessions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip the card. So G2. So the way I read it, G2 versus defense C. I'm not going to roll anything. G2 is going to get the unassisted basket. So Westfall is going to get a 2. So we got Kansas City Kings are 118, Suns are 116. Both teams are in the foul bonus area. Okay, and does anybody have, Adams has 6 fouls for the game. And he's the high. Okay, so now we're going to go back to high. So what I have to do is look at the ratings of the players on Kansas City. So the highest rated player is Otis Birdsong. Versus defense C is Adams. So I'm going to roll. And I got to cross one of these out. So it's a 56 and a 3. This might be a 3-point shot. 56 or 56. Adams, 56 is a miss. It's a 3-point miss because I rolled a 3 here. Okay, because it's on the defensive reading. So 56 is a miss. So I'm going to put this in. Birdsong. He misses a 3-point. And the missed 3-point is just for the stats. Missed 3-point. Now I got to check rebound. Rebound goes to, this could be critical. Defense G1. So here's the card. Rebound, defense G1. So, Buse gets the rebound. Defensive rebound. I'm going to flip another card. Now remember, next 3 possessions, F2. Walter Davis first defender. Walter Davis gets the score. That's 2. Holy cow, we're going to go in overtime. Walter Davis gets it. We're running down. Look, I got 2 cards, guys. This is where the clock says 55 seconds, but it's only 2 cards. This could be good. This could be a tough finish here. What do we got here? A G1. Phil Ford gets it. If he gets this, he wins the game, especially if it's an assist. Defender with a defender with a plus and a question mark. Okay. Let me roll. I think I'm going to run out of cards. A 45 and a 6. So I'm going to look on Phil Ford's card. A 45. Missed. 3.2. So it's not a 3-point shot. He missed it. So Phil Ford. Oh, I got to make sure I stop the clock. Phil Ford misses the shot. He misses it. And then it was that question mark, right? So I got to pull a fast break card here. This is good. Sorry, guys. This game, I might, I don't know. I know the rules, but not all of them. Player may disregard stamina restrictions for the remainder of the game. That's immaterial for me right now. All right, so that was the fast break card, right? That was a missed shot Ford. I never did the rebound. Here's the rebound. Oh. It says high on defense. And my best defensive rebounding guy is 237, so I'm going to say Adams gets the rebound. And I'm out of cards. So, and I still have that third possession here. So the game is tied right now. And I'm going into overtime. And I'm going to have to look up. Let me do a pause. I don't know. Yep, I'm going to pause it. Can I do a pause? Let me see, guys. Yes. All right, guys, I'm going to pause it. I have to look up the rules about how long the overtime is. I have it set for 5 minutes, but since this is the playoffs, it might be a little bit different. So let me check that out. I'll be right back. All right, guys, looks like it's going to be a jump ball, 5-minute overtime. And then if it's still tied after the 5 minutes, this is 1980, I'll do another 5-minute overtime. So I'm going to pause it here. And when I'm towards the end of the overtime period, I'll put it back on. All right, thanks. Okay, I just want to show you what I'm doing here. It's a 5-minute overtime, so I'm going to put out 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to put a 1 minute on top. Okay. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be no extra cards because it's only 5 minutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I shuffled all these cards as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's 5 minutes. Okay, I'll keep those cards here. I'll put these up here. So I got 5 minutes. I'll play. I still got that fast break card I'm going to use. I don't need these cards. It's the first time I had an overtime. All right. Keep that guy over there. I like to keep everything organized here. It says do a jump ball. Jump ball's on the bottom. Home team gets it. So that's good. That's good for Phoenix. They'll score first because that's that third. Remember that third one? All right. I'll be back towards the end of the game. All right, guys. I'm back. Still got a close game. What we got here is 126 Kings, 128 Phoenix. Got the last 2 minutes. Both teams are in foul trouble. And I have the Kansas City getting the ball. I have to remember over on this card here, I did pick up this card where Don Buse, he's an E. He's rated E, so he passes to high for the remainder of the segment. So if he gets the ball, he's going to pass to Davis. Okay. Put these cards over here. So I'm down to my last few cards. High 2. So high 2 is Wedman. Defense is going to be Don Buse. Here's the roll. Got a 55 and a 3. Okay. Just got to watch my clock here, guys. So let me see. 55. Got to look at the blue, green part. 55 on Wedman is it's a miss. 3-point shot would be 12. Nope, didn't come up. So I'm going to put Wedman. Wedman misses the shot. Got to flip for the rebound. Got to remember everything. This is getting a close game. I don't want to mess this up. High at C. Rebound is high at C. Offense plus D6. Okay, so I'm going to do is high at C. His defensive rating is a 37. And his offensive rating is 25. I don't have to roll then. So Adams gets the defensive rebound. Boom. And they're winning 128-126. So Phoenix has the ball. F1. Defense F2. So it's Robinson against Wedman. Here's the roll. I'm going to look on Wedman's card. Oh, that was a 1. A 1 and a 9. And an 8. I'm going to look on a defensive card. A 1-9 is a miss. All right, so Robinson gets a miss. Now I go to my iPad here. Robinson misses a 2. Okay. The rebound goes to, can you see that okay? Rebound goes to offense F2. The part in parentheses is for free throw results on a rebound. So offense F2. So Walter Davis gets the rebound. So Robinson misses the point, the shot. Davis gets the offensive rebound. Okay. Davis has it there. I usually do this. I take this out. I flip another card. It is center versus defense F1. So Davis passes it to Adams. Robinson is on defense. Here's the roll. I'm going to look on Adams' card on the offensive section. We got a 1 and we got a 2. So Adams 1-2. Turnover, offensive foul, 10-11. Nope, I rolled a 6, so that's not an offensive foul. So it's a turnover for Adams. I also look at Robinson's card in his turnover section. Did I roll in between a 2 and a 7? Yes, I did. So that's just for stats purposes. Adams turns it over. Robinson steals. Okay, it's not a fast break. So now I'm going to just move my clock a little bit. I'm going to flip another card. These guys have the ball. It is F1. Is there a B3 out here? Nope. So it's F1. Robinson versus Chuck Robinson. I'm going to stop the clock. Here's the roll. It's a 7 and an 8. I'm going to keep this organized here. Ugh. 7-8. All right. 7-8. Got to make sure I look at the right card here. 7-8 is a miss. So Robinson misses. He misses a 2. We got to roll. Down to my last minute. Got to watch that clock on the computer here. Rebound. High on defense. FB means fast break. Okay, so let's do that. High on defense. Who's my high on defense? Not 12, 9, 37, 37, 15. I'll give it to Adams. It doesn't really matter. To me, I don't know. Adams. So Robinson missed a shot. Adams gets defensive rebound. Right? And then it says fast break. So I got to pull a fast break card out. And I look at the fast break section. It says held up. Fast break DE. Yes, Phoenix has a fast break rating of a D. Oh, this is a close one. E is a turnover, turnover A or B. Okay, so he's held up. He's held up, which means that there's no fast break. Phoenix has the ball. They're going to set up their offense. Okay. So we're getting close here. It's a 128, 126 game. Phoenix is in front. I got to keep this in mind with Buse with the E. He passes to High, which would be Walter Davis if he gets the ball. So it's High versus defense C. So Davis is going to get the ball because he's the highest rated player. It's a 27.9. And Westfall's a 26.9. So High versus defensive C. So he's going against Lacey. Gotta make sure my camera's still going. There it is. Good. Okay. So here's the roll. I got a 5 and a 1 and a 9. So 51. I got to look on Davis's card here. A 51. So a 32 to 67 is a miss. Was it a 3-point shot? No. So Davis misses. Okay. And we're going to do a rebound. The rebound says defense High at C and F1. So I'm going, and a fast break. So I'm going to look at C and F1. Defensive rebound. 37, 33. So Lacey gets the rebound. Sam Lacey gets the defensive rebound. Let me move the clock a few seconds here. Fast break card. What does this say, guys? Fast break, basket F2. Now, Kansas City has a fast break rating of a B. So that's pretty good. So the basket goes to F2. F2 is Wedman. So what happens is Wedman gets the 2. And Lacey gets the assist. So we are down to 128, 128. Going to move the clock a little bit here. This is going to be a close game again. Close finish, I should say. I got it down to 50 seconds on the clock. So what I have to do every time to move the clock. Oh, there goes my podcast. What I do is I click this and it moves it. Boom. Boom. And you can adjust it too like that. You can adjust the clock if you want. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. One of these days, I'm just going to have a continuous clock and let it just run down to 0 and play and see what happens. Okay, so where was I at? So Lacey gets an assist. Right, I turn the action deck card over High 2. So that means my second highest rated player is Westfall. Got a tie game versus defense F2 against Wedman. Let me roll. Got an 8. Got a 4. A 7. So 84. 84 High. Darn, he missed again. For some reason, I'm rooting for the favorite team. 84. He missed. So Westfall misses. He missed a 2. Rebound. Defense C. Fast break again. Wow. So Lacey gets the defensive rebound. Gonna pull a card over. Basket B1 or B2. I do not have anyone rated a B1 or B2. Fast break C. So let me think here. Fast break C to E held up. So it was no basket. FBC, but they're FBB. So let me think here. Is that a miss? Hold on, man. What do we think here? Fast break, C to E, held up. I don't have a B1 or a B2. So, let me see. How do I play this one? So a B1 or, I don't have a B1, nope. But it says B. I'm going to say it's held up. That's the way I'm going to play that one. I'm not going to say it's a miss because it doesn't say it on the card. So held up. So it's held up. You just pop another card. So it's F2 versus G1. Man, I'm down to my last card here. Holy cow. F2. I wonder if I should use a timeout or something like that. F2 versus G1. That's the tough part when you're playing. So G1. Let me roll. Let's see what happens. 38. Gotta watch this clock on the iPad. F2. 38. Foul. Excuse me. Foul while shooting. So what that means, it wasn't a 3-point attempt either, because I rolled an 8. So what I got to do is I got to roll this again. Oh, wow. Check this out, guys. So on this card, you look at the middle here. I just rolled a 32. It falls into 2-point range. Okay, so that's it. It's going to be a foul while shooting. So it could be a 3-point shot. There's my cat is here. Do not come up by your... What? So Wedman. I gotta roll. He makes a 2-point shot. Buse makes the foul. Buse only has 1 foul for the game. Back to Wedman. I'm going to do the free throws. 1. So what you got here on the I score is you can set up the fouls. 2s, 1, and then you, whether he missed it or made it, you do that, okay? So I got to set up for 1 foul shot. Okay. Now I got to roll. What do we got here? Oh, this is going to be good. He's going to make it. He's got an 11. So what you do is you go to Wedman's card here. And the left column is the free throw section. And then you look at the numbers here. So 11, G is good. Okay. So Wedman's got to get a free throw. He made it. All right. So I'm down to my last card then, right? So what's going to happen here? Hold on, guys. There is a section here. I got the... I think this is where I call a timeout, so I get some extra. So I can get some extra cards in the game. Timeout. No, let me see. Where is it? No, it's not intentional foul, pressure shooting. Still no. Timeouts. Good. Each team has 6 times. I haven't used any timeouts because just don't. I'm not playing against somebody. All right. For really, so if a team goes for 10 points or more, then you call a timeout. If the timeout is called by the losing team's coach, okay, so that would be Phoenix. Add 2 action cards to the action deck from the unused action deck cards. Do not add cards to action deck. Teams are tied or a timeout is called by a team currently winning the game. After each timeout, the offense team chooses their offensive player, and that player rolls on the offense section. And he's defended by the same player opposing him. If no one is actively coaching the team, choose to play with B, B1, B2 rating with the high score and no B players on the court. Okay. So I'm going to call a timeout because they got the ball, right? So Phoenix has the ball. They're down by 3. Ooh, this is crazy. So what? I got one of those. Then they got this heave rating. Oh, no. What am I going to do? I'm glad I'm not a real basketball coach. That'd be a tough one. Because in 1980, there wasn't many 3-point shots. I mean, I get maybe one a game. All right, so let's call the timeout. Now, how am I going to do this? Timeout. Possession timeout. Timeout's got to be the Suns. I'll say it's a full timeout, right? I guess I don't know. So it's a timeout. I got to shuffle the cards again, and I got to take 2 cards out. All right, let me take 2. How many cards? You said take 2 cards out? Double check, guys. Okay, I'm going to take 2 cards. I'll take 1, 2. Okay. Got 1, 2. Add them to the action deck. And the offensive player. Okay, I pick an offensive player, but I don't pull a card out of the action deck. Okay, so I'm going to have Walter Davis. He's going to go against Wedman. Because he is my highest rated player, but I'm not sure if he has the best rolls for baskets. Let me see. 0 to 22, 7 to 31. He probably does. I'm not sure how Joe does it, but basket 6, that's 20. Yeah. So I guess the higher rated player has the best range for baskets. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I got 18 seconds left in the game, approximately. I'm going to roll for Davis. Down by 3. I'm not going for 3-point shots. I can't. I'm not part of this game here. 12. So that is a basket. Wow. Davis gets a basket. You got to be kidding me. So basket for Davis. He gets 2. Okay. So it's 130 to 120 to 131 to 130. Okay. So Kansas City's going to get the ball. F1 versus defender. F1 is not rated E, so he's not going to pass to any B player. So let me see what goes on here. So F1 gets the ball. Now, normally in real basketball, F1 is not going to try. He's going to try to hold on to the ball, and he's going to get intentionally fouled, right? That's what usually happens. So, no, they have. I'm going to say it's an intentional foul. Just going to play it that way, make believe like I'm coach here. So he's going to have the ball. It's going to be an intentional foul against Chuck Robinson. Let's play it that way. Let's see what happens. So Robinson has the ball. There's a foul against Robinson. How many fouls does Robinson have? 4. Okay, so he has a foul. Done. Robinson has 2 free throws. Let's play it that way. Let's see how this works. The first roll is a 74 with an 8. So I look on Robinson's card, a 74 and an 8. That's a miss. It's a miss because he didn't roll a 3 to 5. So the first shot is a miss. It's a 0-8 that's made. So put done. So it's 132, 130. I got two cards left. Okay, so we're gonna G1 versus F1. So G1 was Busey, but remember he had that card that passes to the high for the remainder of the segment. So he's gonna pass it to Davis. Davis is gonna go against Wedman again. So let's see what we roll here. 42. And that last play I made, that was sort of like a homebrew type of situation. Well, I guess he was playing a stall defense. I guess you would call it that. So it's the same thing. 42. It wasn't a 3-point miss, but it was a miss. So Davis misses the shot. I think they're going to lose. Davis misses. He misses 2. The rebound goes to the last card here. And the rebound goes to defense F2. And it says fast break. So I am gonna flip that card. So defense F2. So Wedman gets the defensive rebound. Wedman gets the rebound. Let me pull a fast break, because I don't know, maybe there'll be something strange here. Fast break says 2-point basket G1. I give him the basket, right? Yes or no? I guess so. I guess I gotta finish the play. So 2-point basket for G1. So Ford gets the shot, and the assist goes to Wedman. Nope, I gotta undo something here. Ford makes a shot. Wedman makes the assist. Then I'm gonna roll the clock down. That is the game. A 134 Kansas City Kings versus the Phoenix Suns 130. What a game that was. One overtime, went down to the wire. I haven't played a game like that yet. That's the first time. So I like using the 10-player board. I haven't tried the other one, which has all the players on it. But what I did was I played the starters the first 2 quarters. I put the subs in for the 3rd quarter, and then I put the starters back in for the 4th quarter. So it came out pretty well. Here are the results. Let me stand up a little bit, show you guys. Okay, so what you can do is you click here, stats comparison. I'll show you some of the comparisons. Okay. So the field goals, when I compare it to the real game, there are a lot more field goal attempts. So 57 to 120, 57, 116. So they were pretty close, these teams. Suns were 15 out of 15 for 3 free throws. That's pretty good. Rebounds, close, offensive. Everything's very close. Fouls, Suns had a little more fouls. Personal fouls, technical, blocks. Yeah, pretty good game. Takes a while to play, but you get down to it. This is like my 4th or 5th game playing Bankshot basketball. Pretty solid. It just it takes you quite a bit of time to play the game. It's a little bit longer than baseball, but it is fun. I am replaying the 1980 NBA playoffs because that is the season that I purchased. And I have all my cards over here. I'll show you those cards, what they look like. Okay, so what I did was I made little cards here, and I put them in here just to keep them in order. And I got these team cards here too, so you can play a game without the players, just with the team card. I'll try that someday as well. And I'm going to play the teams that didn't make the playoffs. I'm going to try the 10-man board eventually to see how that works out. So very good game. This is a Sideline Strategy website. And they have Payoff Pitch Baseball. They have Bankshot Basketball. They have SSG Basketball. Glory Days Boxing, which I have as well. And these cards are great. If you take a look at these cards, really solid. I mean, they're like playing cards. And they'll last forever. Of course, I don't round the corners at all. All right. So thanks for watching. And I've just done 3 quarters in one day, which is a record for me. And I'll be doing some more later on. And to try to keep these videos as short as possible. Because I don't know how many people will watch a game like this. But thanks for watching this Demi 1970 Gaming. You guys all have a good day. And I'm going to take a little break now. All right. Thanks a lot. All right. Bye.